Hello and welcome to In the Kitchen with Matt. I am your host, Matt Taylor. Today, I'm going to show you how to make eggless chocolate chip cookies. Oh yeah. From time to time, I get asked the question, what can be substituted for eggs in cookies and whatnot? And so I thought I would do a recipe where it doesn't use any eggs, but the cookies still turn out fantastic. It's really easy to do, simple ingredients. If I can do it, you can do it. Before we move on, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on any of my new videos. Let's get baking. Down below in the description, you'll find the list of the ingredients and their amounts, as well as a link to my website where you can print the full recipe. We are going to start with 1 cup of softened, unsalted butter, or you can use salted butter too if you like. 1 cup of packed light brown sugar, 1/2 cup of white granulated sugar. And then with a hand mixer or a really sturdy whisk or like a wooden spoon, let's cream these ingredients together. All right, perfect. 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And now at this point is where I would add 2 eggs, but we're going to use the egg substitute. So for every 1 egg, you need 2 tablespoons of water. So since normally I would do 2 eggs, this would be 1/4 cup or 4 tablespoons of water. And this adds the moisture to the cookies that the eggs would do, but instead we're using water for the moisture. 2 teaspoons of oil. This is vegetable oil. You could use canola oil or whatnot. And so normally 1 egg would have 1 teaspoon of oil. Since we need 2 eggs worth, we have 2 teaspoons of oil. And that rounds out the wet ingredients. Let's blend those all together. Come in and just give those sides a scrape. Set that aside, and now I have my flour. And this is 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. The last component of the eggs, each egg requires 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So this is 4 total teaspoons of baking powder. And that finishes off our 2-egg substitute. And then the normal cookie recipe also calls for 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And then 1/2 teaspoon of salt. To sum it up, 1 egg takes 2 tablespoons of water, 1 teaspoon of oil, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And then I just doubled that because I needed 2 eggs for these cookies. And now I'm going to whisk all those dry ingredients together. All right, I'm going to set this aside. Come back over here to the main bowl. And now I am going to add in about 1/3 of that flour. And then now the star of this dish are the chocolate chips. And these are semi-sweet chocolate chips. That's about 2 cups or 340 grams. They're just one of the standard bags here in the United States. Great. Give the bowl a scrape here. Add some more flour. And then the rest of the flour. All right, the cookie dough is done. I'm gonna get rid of these beaters. And guess what? Since there's no eggs in these, you don't have to worry about not being able to eat this cookie dough. Of course, I would still eat the cookie dough even with the eggs, but you know, the whole raw eggs thing is, gotta be careful about that. Of course, I never was growing up, or even still today. And then what I normally do is I'll bring just the dough into the center. It's not necessary, it's just something that I like to do. Now it's ready to go. And now preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 176 Celsius. And then I just take 2 tablespoons and I will grab some dough here. About that much, it's like a big heaping tablespoon worth. And just drop it on your sheet pan or cookie sheet. And I have it lined with a silicone mat, or you could use parchment paper. For those of you who follow the show, you know that I love silicone mats. I use them all the time. And then you want to space the cookies a couple inches apart. Usually you can get about 12 of these on a sheet. And then bake these in the oven, again at 375 Fahrenheit, 176 Celsius, for 8 to 12 minutes. If you want the cookies to be more soft and chewy, bake it for a little bit less time, so around the 8 to 10 minutes. If you want them to be more crunchy, then the 10 to 12 minute mark, somewhere around there. Just depends, everyone's oven is a little bit different. So just keep an eye on them. And when they come out of the oven, they'll look something like this, lightly golden brown on the top. And then what you'll do is you'll let them sit on the cookie sheet for about 5 minutes before you transfer them to a wire rack. And what's going to happen is they're going to cool down, but also they'll continue to cook a little bit on the sheet. Now, if I wanted these to be extra crunchy cookies, I would have baked them longer and they would be more brown on top. I like mine more soft, almost to the part of a little bit maybe underdone, just a little bit. That's just my preference. Bake them however you want. I want to show you the bottom of this. Look how awesome that is. Isn't that amazing? Not burnt at all. Nice, light, golden brown. Amazing. And now I will come in here and bite into one and show you what it looks like on the inside. Oh yeah. Look at that. Nice and soft. So amazing. All right, the eggless chocolate chip cookies are done. Turned out fantastic, really soft and chewy and oh so delicious. This recipe makes about 32 fairly large cookies, and depending on the size that you make sure to bake them between 8 to 12 minutes. This size was right around 11 to 12 minutes, and it was a perfect time. They're really easy to do. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm Matt Taylor. This has been another episode of In the Kitchen with Matt. Thank you for joining me. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or requests, put them down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thumbs up, down the corner, push it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos. Take care. Time for me to dive into one of these. Oh yeah, I'm gonna grab this one right here. Oh yeah. Mmm.